Hey, here's a quick demo of the Rival MCP, a connector that lets AI assistants work directly with Rival's research data. Phase one, which you're seeing today, is secure read access to chat data. The studies, the questions, the participant responses we collect, both the structured survey answers and the open-ended text and video transcripts. Setup is a single collection. For Claude, I have set up through connector settings. I sign in with the Rival login and give it access to the relevant research domains. And from that moment, the MCP only ever sees what I've authorized it. So here I'm going to go and start a new chat. I'm like, what research domains do I have access to and how many studies are in each? So it goes in, finds out that I have access to two domains, the region, and the number of studies that are there in it. So say I don't even know what's in there yet. So I can ask it, tell me what studies are there in the Gen Z. So you'll see it's smart enough to know which tool to use, pull the right studies, check what they're about. Here it has gone in and checked the different question types, that they're identical across all three. It knows that there's sequential waves with an overlap, like can ask what topics audiences do they cover. Okay. So that's told me how many number of questions that are there in it and what are different topics. I can see that we have questions about life outlook, money behavior, life satisfaction, brand trust, AI technology, identity, and belonging. So I can ask it to give me the distributions. It also has gone in and checked the audiences, profiling and segmentation frame. Collected data has gender, year of birth, education, household income, race, household size, and based on it, it's able to provide me all the relevant information. So you'll see here that it is able to go in and pull the right data from the sample it needs. But when it needs more, it can directly go in and use the export tools to export all the data as well, which it has done for this question. So you'll see here that for the three questions that I asked it for, it has gone in. I have the question, the number of respondents who have answered that question, and I can see the different options that were there and what are the percentage breakdown. It gives a quick readable summary as well. So 3 notes on the numbers basis differ. They're all below the 822 sample. This is because of the different display logic checks we have in the authoring. This is interesting. It has figured out that it's able to, that there are trap flags in my question set, and it has not used that here. Okay, so let's say I want to dig into the open-ends. So as a researcher, anybody who hasn't even authored the chats or knows what they're about is able to use simple, plain English language and converse and try and figure out what these are about and can research into them. Okay, so now I know what different open-end texts are there. So let's say I want to dig deeper into the first open-end and ask it for themes here. Now this you can see is really cool because this is not something a dashboard can do. Just pointed an open-ended answer and we've asked it for themes and it's gone in and given us the different themes, the number of responses, and the percentage breakdown for each theme in the open-ended question. It explains here as well, economics dominates, but as 3 separate complaints, 46% touch at least one of job market, money, or cost of living. They're worth keeping distinct. The job market strand isn't I'm poor, it is I can't find work at all, and it shows up heavily among recent graduates. One respondent described being laid off in April, not qualifying for unemployment, and getting no callbacks. So it's gone in and given us direct quotes as well. The signature response is mixed, not negative. Behind is the emotional core. AI is nearly absent here. 3 flags as well. Video is much weaker than its count suggests. 20 responses are in French, and then some verbatims contain self-identifying detail. So I can go in and ask it to tie the how do you feel about AI numbers to the open end about a recent moment. Now this is a complicated question where it's going in and pulling 2 different questions and merging the data. Okay, so it has joined the 2 questions based on the participant ID, and I can see here the different stands, negative, cautious, excited, And then below where it gives a readable summary. The negativity is about unwanted exposure, not disappointing tools. Accuracy is a top driver, but it functions as an argument about futility. Environment is the intensity driver. 14% raised data centers, water energy. This is a language turns from annoyed to furious. Job displacement is small but most concrete. There's negative blocked into the middle. Negativity coexists with use. It has given me 3 representative codes. Make sure to de-identify them. Okay, let's go to the next question. I can ask it here to compare how Gen Z feel about their future over the next 12 months across all 3 waves. So we can see here that because we have a wave study with 3 different waves, it can go in and analyze the trend. Okay, so here we see the reason about the domain membership is because I have copied over these charts from one domain to the other domain. So that is why some of the domain data is showing from the previous domain. But you can see here that has come in and checked the different waves and the trend. So it says here the question to wording and a 5-point scale are identical in all 3 waves. So the comparison is valid. Looks like there isn't really a trend as they are pretty much identical. It's flat with a dip and recovery that mostly isn't real. This negative is immovable, positive dips, the one shift that clears the bar. Now we can ask it to create a quick report for everything we've talked about. So we can see here it has done just what I said. We have an executive report here, which I can easily share. And it gives me a clean summary. Gen Z's outlook on the next 12 months has not moved across the 3 waves of fielding. It has given me numbers. It has dug into the specific questions I asked about. So what finances, mental health, and AI sentiment, the different drivers that are there, the outlook trend, the open-ended thematic analysis that we did, and with different quotes. Yeah. So this is pretty cool. You can see that what used to take a research team hours, anyone can now do in a few minutes, securely, in plain English, with structured and qualitative together, with all claims traced to the source. And that is the value of the Rival MCP. The next phase is phase 1.5, where we are going to build on the different data we have. We are going to allow live syncing of data and add engagement data and distribution data and profile data. Right now, the MCP only has chart data. And once we have all the data in place with MCP, the next step would be phase 2, where we want to start building on the right axis via MCP as well. That's it for now. Thank you.